like, 2 days prior, he looked high as hell. And Jill looked like she was mad that he was high as hell because the cameras were all on him. They're like on a balcony.
He's the only one that has a problem with that. Like, didn't you see like TikTok videos of Trump's son also like toked out?
Really? No, I don't see.
Yeah, and then like one of the people on their team was like was whispering to him like, you don't want to get caught or something like that.
Oh.
If you look it up on TikTok, you can find it.
Does he look like bad?
He looks really like out of his mind, but like it's not super noticeable at first, but you just have to look at the video.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, but the fact that it's in the White House and then they lied to everybody talking about, oh, we'll never know who did this. You're like, man, bullshit.
I don't know, but our economy is going to be rough for a while. I know that.
If you get the energy costs down, then that goes a long way. Goes a long
these tariffs, because I agree with the tariffs, Carson, like 100%. But like put all these tariffs, then we're gonna be in trouble for a little bit.
If you lower the actual income tax to like nothing or a very low corporate tax and all that stuff, then it could level out. It's wild how many people are like fighting against that.
Yeah, that's weird.
They're fighting against like a lower income tax or like just tariffs. And they're fighting for the DOE for some reason. That's weird.
That is weird. I think initially it will be hard for us, but probably 2 years in, we'll finally be back. You know.
I don't see anybody outside of a teachers union being affected by the DOE closing.
But yeah. What do you think will happen with the teachers? We're already there's already a shortage in teachers, right?
Yeah, but the union though is full of Democratic operatives basically, and that's the largest power base and donation base for the Democrats. So in turn, you decentralize their power, and you cut off one of the arms of a major funding source for the Democrats as well. If you got rid of the teachers union having all that power. So yeah, yet another reason to probably get rid of the DOE. Because I'm like, I don't know, I just don't like the idea of somebody in Washington telling everybody in the country what, Common Core, No Child Left Behind, these are all failed policies. Meanwhile, the literacy rates and math and science proficiency rates, they're in the toilet. I don't see how you point to the DOE and say, yeah, we need to continue doing this thing.
Yeah.
Because it works. Because it obviously doesn't.
You think he's going to stop the war?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think he'll definitely come through with that.
Do you think he's going to stop funding Israel?
I think he's a little compromised by Israel, to be honest.
I doubt anybody can do that without getting the JFK treatment. Because hell, Nixon just tried to make them register it as a foreign agent.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm really like looking forward to. I hope that he does something with that. Raising the tariffs, that's kind of concerning to me. I don't think that that's going to end well.
I mean, different things. You know, it could work, could not, but it is a strategic lever that he's going to use it.
He's doing that with the idea that he's going to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., but it's too expensive to manufacture things here.
Right.
So kind of paying on a small level, though.
That's
3D
why
printing alone.
we're gonna be paying for it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, prices are not going to go back to where they were.
Correct.
They're always going to stay where they stayed at whenever the tariffs were up. I mean, my family, they have businesses and they're talking about raising the prices of their products because of the tariffs. So the people who are going to be impacted by it are going to be people like us.
Yeah.
But I'm a people like us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just remind me of Q. You ever seen Black Dynamite?
That's exactly what I was thinking of too. The Black Dynamite. I run drugs in the neighborhood.
The black community.
I saw that movie at Sundance. That's probably the best movie I've ever seen at Sundance.
Freaking what's the Michael John White has another comedy like that. It's a Western. I added it to my playlist and I was gonna watch it like last week, but then I got busy doing something. I forgot about it. But it's like comedy like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know they made a cartoon, Black Dynamite.
I never watched. I remember seeing it, not seeing the cartoon, but seeing that they were doing it. But
It was on Cartoon Network of all places.
yeah, did you watch it?
It shouldn't have been on Cartoon Network. I did watch a couple episodes. There was one with Janet Jackson, and it made him like an alien. Mm-hmm. And then his dad, like, you know how he had a bunch of kids or whatever?
Yeah.
His dad's like catching the kids with a catching mitt. And then LaToya Jackson, she like hits the wall because he misses her. He's like, yeah, that girl ain't got no talent. I'm like, God, yeah. That's fucked up, man.
I gotta watch that movie again.
Dynamite. Or that one part where it had like the 3 little girls. He's like, hey, little girls, what are y'all doing? He's like, oh, hey, such and such. He's like, yeah, my name's Black Dynamite. I said, that's funny. My mom says my dad's name is Black Dynamite. And the other girl's like, yeah, my daddy too. Then the third little girl's like, yeah, my daddy's supposed to. My mom keeps on saying my dad's name is Black Dynamite. He's like, looks at the camera. He's like, that's a very common name. So stupid, man. Kung Fu treachery. I think Diego's too refined for watching that kind of movie.
The one movie he doesn't want to talk about.
I can't see Diego watching a lot of black exploitation films though. I really can't.
Yeah, probably not.
Only Black Dynamite. You do?
Only watch Black Dynamite.
What about Jackie Brown?
Yeah, but that's not blaxploitation.
I mean, it's kind of a play on it.
I would say then you'd have to call Pulp Fiction a blaxploitation.
No, people on Pulp Fiction. Kind of a wintery mix, if you know what I mean.
Diego, have you seen Barry Lyndon?
No, I haven't. I've been waiting to see that, like maybe on Blu-ray. What's his name? Evan made me buy a Blu-ray for Cyber Monday, so getting into
recently
that
got
whole
a-
thing.
You just recently got a Blu-ray?
Yeah, I ordered it this weekend.
A DVD player?
A Blu-ray 4K player, which is they're selling a Cyber Monday deal for $350, like
What
the
is
really
it?
good one.
A Blu-ray, like a DVD player, right?
Yeah, it's like It's like a DVD, but it does 4K.
What?
Yeah.
Why don't you get Netflix?
Yeah. Well, I'm a cinephile, and I was very resistant. Trust me. I don't think I've really ever owned a serious DVD player or a serious Blu-ray player ever. So, Evan kept pushing me, and I said, "Fuck it." You know what? I buy every movie I go to see. I never rent. So I was like, "Fuck it." I'm kind of pissed that I'm gonna have to rebuild my my collection, but I think in the long run, I like holding the boxes. I always liked having video cassettes. I like.
So is this like the new vinyl, but like for movies?
Yeah. Well, they've been around for a long time, but
Actually, as a matter of fact, it's a good idea to get certain movies because they've already started making changes to like classics.
there you go. And thankfully, like now, 4K is really like, that's a different thing. So I think I'm probably only going to build a collection of Ultra HD 4K video Blu-rays.
Yeah. No, I get it. I recently bought a vinyl player like about 2 or 3 months ago for like the same purpose, but I never thought about like people
I have a vinyl.
collecting DVDs.
I have a very expensive vinyl player that I didn't mind to splurge on. I spent a lot of money on my vinyl.
What size speed?
What'd you say?
What size speed?
I don't know.
What speed?
Because like the 35s, 45s, and
45s and 33s.
There's 3 different ones though at the time before those 2 took off. So there's 3, and then like they equate to the speed setting too, I believe.
I see, like on the side of my vinyl record player, there's like 2 speeds, but there's only 1 speed that I can play it at where it sounds normal. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. But it's like probably 40 then.
Yeah, there's only 1 speed where I can play it at where it sounds like it makes sense. Because if I play it at the higher speed, then it sounds like a chipmunk.
Christmas time is here. Time for joy and time for cheer. My dad used to bust out the reel-to-reel every Christmas and play that Christmas Chipmunks bullshit. Oh man, I hate Chipmunks Christmas.
I have that on vinyl.
My dad had the reel-to-reel.
I actually got a huge, I got 25 vinyls from a friend that were all Christmas vinyls.
Yeah, and my dad gave like his collection to my aunt, and she didn't have a record player. I was like, man, I thought she was gonna give this to me. He's like, I thought it'd just be nicer if she had it. I was like, man, damn, man. I at least wanted some of the good shit, man. I wanted to pick through some of the stuff.
So I bought on Criterion today a box set of 5 Westerns I've never watched before. But if they're on Criterion, I figure they're going to be good.
What's the name of the Westerns?
Hold on a second. I'll let you know. Hold on here. Criterion Collection. Let's see here. I have to go through all my... Well, I bought Yojimbo, and I also bought a box set of Yojimbo and Sanjuro. Let's see here.
PTR, this is my favorite record. Africa, shaped like Africa. From Toto.
Oh man, I got an interesting story about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this like, you know, try to shorten it up for y'all. But I was TDY and we're in Vegas and they're just playing the radio and this guy, you know, they're singing "When It's the Rain Down in Africa." And this black dude, he didn't know they were South African. So he's like, "Did these motherfuckers talk about my motherland?"
Look at this.
This white dude out of nowhere.
The Tall T, 1957. Story by Elmore Leonard, who also wrote Jackie Brown.
Look at that.
There you go. That's one of them. Next one is Decision at Sundown. Buchanan Rides Alone. Ride Lonesome. And Comanche Station.
I've heard of the last two. My dad watched Comanche Station a bunch of times as a kid.
I feel like I watched it recently, too.
I don't remember it, but I know I've seen parts of it. I watched it like the series with them a whole lot. Even though when I was a kid, I really didn't like them too much. But like my favorite now is Have Gun Will Travel. That dude's a smart ass. I like that character. But Q, like after that dude said that, he's like you know, talking about his people.
Yeah.
And then this white guy, he's like, hey man, you know they're from Africa, right? They're South African. And then the dude, like, he just shut the fuck up, man, and slumped down his dude. And I was like, I was, because as soon as it started happening, I just like turned my head back forward and try to act like I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think this is gonna end well. At least not the way he thinks it is.
Keep it cool.
It's like I knew.
Is it Danger Yet?
Even now, people get bent out of shape when they talk about Elon Musk being a you know, African American.
Yeah.
That's just funny to me, especially because I know how certain people are going to take it.
That's right.
And
I also bought Uncut Gems.
oh, you know what? Somebody was telling me about that damn thing. I need to finish that movie. Yeah, because I started too late when I started watching it. I need to just start it all over again. Because it's super serious role.
Yeah. I have two TVs, one on top and one downstairs. And the downstairs one has the full audio system, so I'm finally going to have to force myself if I want to watch a movie. I've been watching a lot of movies in my bedroom over the last few years, and it's time to start watching them the way they were meant to be watched. So I'm happy about the Blu-ray thing. Plus, it's good for the kids, you know. They get to look at the artwork. It's something to hold. Gets them to think a little bit.
Like freaking, I got a Blu-ray burner.
There you go.
And you know what's funny? The reason why I bought it is because my buddy had a submarine documentary that's about the Four Wall, and he said something, and I was like, oh, this would be good for in the future, and I bought it for like $150.
There are some movies that I have to download, unfortunately. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that and probably burn them on a Blu-ray. Maybe I'll have you do it, Carson. Just mail me the Blu-ray.
I don't have the software anymore because I used to have it on one of my laptops, and I don't know how to like if it has any kind of encryption on it. I don't know how to crack it anymore.
Well, you're going to have to figure it out again.
I used to have all that shit, man, because I used to put that anti-piracy commercial on all my shit.
Nice.
That was my call sign. I was like, hey, this is Steely, you know.
But you know you heard of the Star Wars Despecialized Edition?
No.
Yeah, so like these nerds spent like the better part of like 7 years like tracking down old copies of Star Wars and piecing together like the highest definition version of Star Wars as it was seen in theaters, which was like an incredible task. If you like go on YouTube and watch how they did this, it was insane. Like they used pieces of the Blu-ray, they used pieces of like laser disc. They found like European versions and Japanese versions of the film on 35 millimeter, and like they had to piece it together for all these different reasons, because what like there's parts of the edition where they just don't have good quality, so they start like showing you the 35 millimeter, and a lot of it has to do with the color grading. Like, oh man, it's so complicated. But you would appreciate it. I know you're in the industry, so like the DVDs in the early 2000s, they had a slight purple tinge, and then on some later editions, they turned up the contrast and fucked with the image, and it was like so difficult to just find a quality version. Actually, one of the best versions ever made was the and I had these copies too, the 1996 special edition VHSs.
Creating content.
What was so special about that anyway? Because I remember hearing people talking about that like years later. I have no clue what was like the major selling point for that.
They all start with an interview, special interview with George Lucas and led by Leonard Maltin, and then they first thing they show you is the THX check, the sound check, and then they just have a really good quality original. Well, I shouldn't say original, but they have a near original version of the movie, because when Star Wars originally came out, it did not say Episode 4. But by like 1980, when they released it in theaters again, they added the Episode 4. So even that's kind of like a special edition addition. So like Star Wars has been really like mangled over the years.
Oh yeah, they have you ever read that book? It's got the crazy like long title. It's like how Star Wars conquered the universe, and it's a bunch of stuff. It basically details like how Star Wars is made.
I think it doesn't have any characters on the cover, right? It's just stars.
Yeah, it's like no, it's just a big crawl. There's stars in the background, it's just space.
I'm pretty sure I did read that, and it is a fucking long, huge book that goes like step by step, right?
I started reading it, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm doing these long car rides, and the audiobook was so much better experience.
I know, exactly. I did the same thing. I did the audiobook. It was amazing. One of the best audiobooks I've ever done.
Yeah, because it's like, man, like, you don't realize, like, how hard it was. Like, it's hard to make a movie anyway, but damn, that movie wanted to get made, man. It's like, there's no way if they decided today to make something like that or whatever, it would have that, you know, all the perfect storm of events to happen for it to actually work out.
Right.
In fact, if it wasn't for the people around George Lucas, you know, even though he's the inspiration or whatever, he made a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
And they kind of kept him straight, but then once he got like rich or whatever, he didn't have nobody to like, you know, basically contest his authority.
Right. And they talk to you about the wills. Remember that? The secret of the wills?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, man. Nura doesn't understand. I've been trying to explain to her that whenever she sees a good movie, even a bad movie, they're like mini miracles, because it's so difficult to make a movie that the fact that you're watching something on screen, even when you don't like it, is like miraculous. And so it deserves your attention, and it shouldn't be seen in the background. Although there's some content that's designed for that.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking about? Like, of course you don't. I'll tell you. freaking anytime I look at a movie being made, I just think about like I equate it to like a government boondoggle, and it gets made in spite of, especially a lot of the people involved that don't really like have that creative gene. Especially now with the Hollywood system anyway, you got all these middle managers that are trying to do like movie making by committee, and that's why you get a lot of shit.
Yo, I would have taken George Lucas's draft for episode 7 any day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was supposed to be about Skywalker.
Yeah. But they did a bait and switch because of all the stuff that was going on, like with Wonder Woman and all that.
He got Jude.
Because what is it? I think. Yeah, I don't know why they.
Well, he kind of played himself too, right? Because he put Kathleen Kennedy. So I mean, you can feel bad, but at the end of the day, like if his girl couldn't.
I don't feel bad. I just like I'm really surprised nobody knew she was competent.
But the weird thing about Lucas is that like he had already shown that he could give what's it called? Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi to other directors. So like why did he have to do the prequel movies? Even though the weird thing is, Carson, that we're old enough now that like these younger kids love the prequels. It makes no sense.
Well, it makes sense from the simple fact that that's their first frame of reference, and they don't have the same kind of faith.
But it's so sad because they're pieces of shit. Sorry, man.
Yeah, but they don't know any better.
I was going to ask Carson if he recalls, like, I'm sure you've seen them, but I wanted to talk to somebody about The Godfather. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Do you remember them? I mean, do you remember them?
The films. I watched because it had been a while since I'd seen them. So 4 or 5 years ago, I watched them all again because I wanted to see.
Is
like
your memory good enough to still remember them, or like kind of vague?
No, I remember. Like certain parts of the film.
Okay. Which one's your favorite? 1, 2, or 3, and why?
Most of the time, it's going to be the first movie. Anytime like there's any kind of sequences, because it sets up everything else. But like the ending on the third film, the third one, I especially like.
I saw that there was 2 Godfather 3s, and when I Googled it when I was trying to figure out if I was watching the right one because it looked a little bit different, and apparently the original Michael dies, right?
Bitch, just watch the
No.
Is that right? Is that right, Diego?
Nope.
I don't think this. I think the original that like the daughter gets killed again.
No, they die in both. She dies in both. But when I was reading, reading about it, apparently he dies. But I don't know.
No, the one I seen, he was alive and the daughter had got killed.
Yeah. So that.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. What's her name? Connie. I was like telling Diego how much I really hated her in the first one, but I loved her at the end and then in the third one. And I really, really hated Kay, his wife, Michael Corleone's wife.
You didn't like her?
Kay? No. She wasn't loyal.
But the American one, right? Not the
Yeah, the American one. The Sicilian one was great. Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about Scarface?
I'm pretty sure I watched it, but I don't remember it, so I'd have to watch it again.
One's the best.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think I watched it when I was 22, 23.
I really enjoy that film, but I don't enjoy it for the same reasons a lot of other people enjoy it for. Because like some people like they see it as like a rise to glory kind of thing, and I'm like, nah, I don't get that same thing out of this film.
Yeah. this the other day. Good night. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, be safe. Have a good rest.
It's nice to hear you. I'm sorry David was bothering you.
He bothers a lot of people.
Yeah, I know, right? Good.
I don't know. What do you think, Diego? Scarface? Simple Rags Rich's story, or more complicated? Hey, so what's your favorite movie all time, Q?
Close the door. Kralik, why did you put me in that situation in front of the whole shop?
Well, I'm very sorry, sir, but it was not my fault.
Well, whose fault was it? Mine?
Well, yes.
What's the matter with you, Kralik? You're my oldest employee. I do everything I can to show my appreciation. I asked you to my house.
Well, I'm very grateful, sir.
And I set my phone down, and I just dropped it in between my damn nightstand and and I was like trying to find my damn phone because as soon as you said that, I dropped it.
That's fine.
I don't want to know that shit, goddamn.
They need to ban this app.
No one wanted to know that shit, dude.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Copy.
You're a bitch, girl.
Sing that shit, Ellen.
No, you do anyway.
You're gonna lie on the old man's money.
It's a bitch, girl. Now holler notes.
He don't think CC Punk is a tranny.
That's he's retarded.
Because she has a micro penis. So that don't count.
Yeah, please make it make sense.
It don't get hard. Oh my God.
Every time I come in this room, I learn so much.
the logic that these niggas be having, like, it's
Now he's begging the trainer to unblock him and shit, please.
That pussy got power, apparently.
Yeah, he chose a tranny over a natural woman that loved him. Or so he said.
He only want to have her unblocked so he can get her in here to try to pack somebody up.
Probably.
Damn.
He'd rather have pussy than pussy.
And he had pussy before.
Yeah, he had pussy before. There was a girl
who gave him an ultimatum to either choose me or her. He chose her or him. Or
I mean, he fucked
Isn't that girl right here?
You in Houston, Bubblegum?
He was fucking on China. The girl right here.
Yeah, China.
You in Houston, Bubblegum?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pierre might move there.
So China gave him an ultimatum.
Boy, child for
He
what?
chose Sissy Pump.
Yep.
His family about to move there.
Oh, that nigga crazy. I nut all inside China. I'm
So I'm
sorry.
gonna move there too.
Look right there.
Oh, where your ass at?
That would be lit.
I'm
She's
sorry.
up there.
I'm on your Instagram and shit. Oh,
It's
my.
affordable. Some parts.
Is there a ghetto in there? Is there a ghetto in there?
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Ghetto where?
Houston is weird because one minute you'll be in the ghetto, the
And
next
the next minute you be in the rich
nice
area. That's Houston for you.
It's very diverse.
Too diverse.
I heard there were like Mexicans there.
Yeah, there's a
A
bunch
lot of
people
Mexicans. Girl, I just told you, girl, it's a Subway by my house. Not one of them bitches speak English. Like, there's so many places where the employees do not speak English, and we are in America.
Yeah.
That's like some LA shit.
Girl, that shit's so annoying. I be having to use Google Translator just to order a damn hot and spicy. Like, that shit's annoying. I'm serious. I went to Shipley's. I had to use my Google Translator.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, y'all gotta stop this. At least hire one English-speaking person.
True.
Yeah, I think the English-speaking person should work the cashier and the Mexicans should work the back. That's the way it should be. I'm not trying to be racist or funny.
No, but seriously.
Got a motherfucking overbomb. What's up, Six?
No bad, folks. Y'all want to know something? I wonder though. The AI drive-thrus. I wonder if they understand different languages. I've only spoke English, but I wonder if they understand like Mandarin and Spanish. And
I know one thing. They ain't never got my order wrong.
They have never. No, they have never gotten my order wrong. They have not.
I came in that motherfucker stuttering one time. That motherfucker still got my order right. I be damn.
Seriously.
You rely on the old man's money.
It's a bitch girl.
I love Hall & Oates.
I love Hall & Oates.
So why did Pac-Man spray paint Naughty House?
That wasn't him.
That was him.
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Hey, I've been missing so much.
Did he really?
There's a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
When did
Why?
Today. It's in Cornbread Telegram.
I didn't know that was him.
You got the telegram?
Cornbread.
I don't got Cornbread's telegram. I didn't know she had a telegram.
But yeah, he's great. But it's one of her older houses.
Oh, wow.
She don't live there, but it's like, what? Why are you spray painting her house?
How y'all know it was him?
That's what they was saying in 2A room. In Curtis' room.
How he know her address?
Child, I don't know. I don't know the whole shebang.
That nigga on the run. Why the fuck would he do some bullshit like that?
But exactly, like, just doing shit.
I don't believe it's him. He can't be that dumb.
I don't think it's that nigga either.
He can't be that dumb, bro.
Only because
he's pretty dumb.
He is a dumbass. But where is Naughty at?
She haven't been on the app.
No, like where is her? Where does she reside?
Oh,
is she in the East Coast?
I forgot. They said it before. I forgot.
Is she not in the East Coast?
I want to say she live in the DMV.
He ain't go over there.
Or close. Because I remember there was some shit with like her and Makeup and Danae. And they were like saying that they was driving by Makeup's house or something like that. And that's the area that they live in. But I mean, he was willing to drive to Pierre's house.
No, he didn't drive to no Pierre house.
He said he was willing.
He said he was.
He's not gonna drive to no damn Pierre house. That nigga be saying a lot of things, but don't never do it.
That's most niggas on here.
Pierre is giving out his address to 30 people.
I forgot that shit already.
I be when motherfuckers be like, I'm gonna beat your ass. I be giving them Pierre's address. I be like,
Ellen, you a bitch for that.
I ain't no bitch. Fuck that nigga.
Bro, my phone died.
God damn it.
Do we care?
What do you mean fuck that nigga? I thought you loved him.
You don't
Bro, everybody love me. Baby, can you help me?
I love you, Ellen. When I think about you, I do. When I think about you touching myself, when I think about you, I touch myself. You know, I love you, man.
Ellen.
Yes.
Ellen, I imagine you sucking my balls.
Oh, really?
Ellen can't do that. She's too tough.
Yes, you can.
I need a hoe who can go underneath for real.
Boy, this tight ass balls. Shut up.
Ellen, you don't. Hey, John Trill, you don't
Balls is little as hell.
But they really stay when it's hot.
That's how I know you done, because your balls haven't even dropped yet.
Oh, wow.
You capping.
Nigga, your balls haven't dropped. We've seen it.
Bro.
All that dick with little balls.
Bro, it was cold outside. It's winter time.
Oh, man. I need to go to sleep.
It's winter time.
It's winter time, bro.
John Trill, you're a retarded faggot.
Bro. And then when I used to fuck China, oh, that hoe used to like squirt on my shit.
Oh, nigga, come on, bro.
You just can't keep her name out your mouth.
No, you can't. You really can't.
And no, she was a squirter. But India a creamer. That's
Okay, nigga, we get it. We get it.
Exactly like who
India a creamer, she a squirter. The best of
You talk too much, John Trill. You know that?
That's Dookie.
That's not Duke. That's Bro, baby, they say girl shit smell like this.
I'm sorry, she ain't see it.
Emily, can I stick my finger down? Emily, can I stick my finger in your ass?
Why?
Why not?
I feel it.
I bet if I was Pac-Man, you'd say yes.
I'm sorry.
If I was Pac-Man, you'd say yes.
It's just replaying in my head. I'm sorry.
She spread it on me.
Yes, Dookie.
You're a fucking fool, you know?
John Trill, you just so shitty.
John Trill, you're a nigga. And a monkey. So are you, Ed?
So, what do y'all think about sexy red lip gloss?
I live for it.
I bought my hoe.
With Sexy Punk?
Yeah, it got gonorrhea and shit. I thought that shit.
Gonorrhea place or whatever the fuck.
Boy, you did not buy that shit. But I think it's one of those products where it's like a gas product. It's not meant to be taken literally or seriously. Just like they have the the jelly bean game, where it's like some of the jelly beans taste nasty.
Mm-hmm. Boom bean boozled, I think they're called.
Yeah. That shit's so nasty.
It is.
The spoiled milk one, oh my god. Or what was it? Yeah, I think it's like spoiled milk.
Girl, they had boogers. They all type of shit.